Alright, I don't know why I'm making this shit. I don't have any time to do this. I have to leave for like a couple weeks. But I'm just making it. This is Elite Crit Nationals 2021. I brought a whole team down there because I wanted to fucking win. Did I win? You'd probably know by now. I'd probably be pretty flamboyant about it. Anyway, whatever. We're gonna get into this race, which should be mildly entertaining, at least to me. That's what matters. Brother, I got a lot of hate on this one. I actually took the liberty of taking some screenshots of this. I love the internet. Look at this. Didn't affect him. There's a crash. He had plenty of space. He was too far back at those speeds for the sprint anyway. I'd say I agree with part of that, but also I'm sure this guy's never raced a fucking race in his life. One more spot would have been a podium. But trash positioning, period. This guy, love it. He's wearing a fedora. Okay, I literally can't take anything seriously from this man. He probably has a fucking whole closet full of Tommy Bahama. Crash didn't affect him except forcing him to maybe grab some brake. Yeah, because grabbing brake doesn't really affect anyone, you know, in a sprint. If you have to fucking grab a brake in a corner, Jesus Christ. Oh, this one's good. He got bombed on the right. Yeah, that did happen. Did I pass the guy? Of course I did. He was weaker than me, okay? Not in a great, you know, excuse for lack of legs. Fuck you. Also, this one, fat shaming. Not allowed here, okay? Actually, I don't care. I'm racing crits. Literally, weight does not matter whatsoever. So yeah, but anyway, you know, let's actually get into the actual crit race itself. So, you know, I'm not boring you guys anymore, just listening to me talk shit, because I gotta get back to talking fucking shit on this race. Okay, so as you can see, I'm at the very front of this race. We're about to go. Look at this guy fucking wearing sun sleeves. We'll see more of him later. Why am I at the front? It's actually because I was, I think, ranked number 2 in the country, which is hilarious because no one else was racing crits. I was racing driveway every week and winning all the time. And so I was like number 1. So yeah, it was great. It was a perfect place to start. We're kind of going to run through the first lap of this though, just so you get an idea of the course. The rest of the race pretty much sucked. It wasn't really fun or difficult. I was feeling great. It's pan fucking flat. I honestly think there's like negative elevation gain on this course is what it seemed like. There's a wind on my, what do you call it? Tailwind right here. It's a little chicane. That was a little fun. Little element added into the race. But yeah, it's kind of nice. Like the gutters are soft. Like you can go into the grass if you need to. We'll talk a little bit about the teams here in a moment that are in this race. You can see them there. There's the former crit champion of the pro version, by the way. Racing Elite. Many people ask, like, Chris, why, you know, oh my God, Siri, you fucked it up. You fucked it up. Okay, I'll just leave that in there because that's funny to me. That is the type of anger that I have all the time, and I can't get rid of it. I hope no one else has to see it. Okay, so that was a lap, all right? So there's a downhill corner. Like a swoosh, we're gonna swoosh through it again. There's my teammate Stefan. Out of this corner, a lot of people would kind of give some space. I gave too much there, so I just sprint back on. But the average for this race, like power-wise, was I think, it was like, I don't know, like 2-something, 280. Speed-wise was 30 miles an hour. And yeah, it's definitely a race. Now I'm gonna go, I don't know why I'm doing this, like there's a whole Best Buddies train. They're like obviously the most talented team here. It's like most of them race pro nats, or some of them race pro nats. The week before this, what do I think of that? I'm not too psyched, to be honest. I think at the end of the day, if you qualify for pro nats, don't race amateur nats. That's my personal opinion. There's no rule apparently against that, but you know, I just, you know, whatever. So yeah, this kid apparently is, I don't know, someone called him like Quadzilla. My legs are bigger, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, so Best Buddies is here. Mike's Bikes, that's who I just chased down, and us. I think and then like Amino Rip has a few riders. But yeah, so like Legion and all them aren't there. I think there's one Legion guy, Ama. But yeah, you can see Mike's Bike sends another rider up the road. I don't know why anyone, like literally 5 minutes into this race, I was like, there's no way a breakaway can stick here. Like, it did in the U23 race. I don't know how, because like you have to go 31 miles an hour like the whole time. You can't let up, so you really just gotta go. But yeah, so it's pretty whack. But I just cut this down a little bit. I'm actually like editing on the fly here. Oh, you know, here's one thing I did that was sketchy. I'm sorry for the stream of conscience shit. I can't put more time into these. I just don't care. There's no benefit. Mike's Bikes was trying to like prevent me from getting on Best Buddy's wheel, and so they like sent one guy wide, and I was just like, well, I'll just come back and then go in front of you. I think it's probably the one sketchy thing I did that they probably will call out in whatever video they make. If you're watching this, hello. But yeah, so I tried to get on Danny Estevez's wheel because, you know, Danny's very fast. And then, of course, Hugo beats me to it, so whatever. But, you know, honestly, that was like the only interesting shit that happened in this race. Everyone was very content letting Best Buddies just ride the front. So was I, because I was like, well, shit, I guess like it'll just be like a field sprint, which is like great. So here's Amma. I'm trying to stick around him. He's pretty talented as far as like positioning himself goes. He's been on a tip this season. I think that is Travieso, another guy who's very talented. And then there's Sun Sleeves is what we'll refer to him as. I don't know his real name, nor do I want to learn it. And then there's this Mike's Bikes guy. I think he's like the sprinter. But yeah, this is like 4 to go, so we'll just kind of run through all this shit because, I don't know, it's way easier to just kind of go through the last laps. Did a pretty good job. I'm pretty shit with like positioning pretty much all the time. I'm terrible at it. If I can be in a good position, I'm very fast, like straight line, go fast, like smooth brain territory. I just, you know, the only thing I know how to do is, you know, go. I love that. But yeah, it's like when it gets like so many people around, I just don't like it. It's just annoying. I like to have like just really fast, really hard. And yeah, so there's Gateway to, I think that's Evan and who do you call it, Hugo. Shout out to my boys. And he has his GoPro on. He didn't turn it on because Evan, you're a fucking idiot. It would have been the best footage ever, but you're a moron. We're going into 4 to go. So yeah, if you guys came here for tactics or like trying to learn something, I'm the worst teacher with everything because I just don't think about anything. All the thoughts stay in my head, all the valuable ones. I just give you trash. And yeah, so everyone's fighting around for these wheels. It's 4 to go. We're going like 32 miles an hour. It's, you know, the World Tour lead out. What are you gonna do? You know, how are you not gonna go fast? But look at them. Everyone's pedaling. Apparently, a lot of people got dropped. I did not think this race was hard. Yeah, I just don't think it was hard. I don't care what anyone else says. Even though I started in the front, I like got pushed to the back a couple times, or towards the back, but I came back because I'm really strong. But it's honestly like fighting for a position. It's like, okay, what do? Put yourself in the Best Buddies train? Not gonna work. They have like 6 guys. So you're gonna be like sprinting from 6 wheels back or 4 wheels back, something like that. See them all? You see them all up there? That turn, I knew, I was looking at it, I was like, someone's gonna die here. Someone is just gonna fucking get murked. And also, there, Evan's losing that wheel. It's like, I think I said, yo, this is mine now, because you're losing it, Evan. I have more power than you. I have literally 50 pounds on you. Fucking big boy. Anyway, back to racing bikes. So the main battle is like basically me versus these other guys up here. And this was one, I really wanted this and I was being very aggressive, and which I usually don't like to be that way. I need to do it more. I think I'm gonna start like huffing, I don't know, some of those like salts that bodybuilders take before lifts. So there's McCabe pulling off, World Tour lead out. They still have plenty of riders left. No one can really make an attack over the top of this because if you look at the speeds, you know, 36, 37, it's just that whole time, like especially on this backside. So it's like you can't. You just everything gets nullified. And it's Project Echelon. I think tried doing a couple things that didn't work out for them. Yeah, and so like I want to get in front of the Mike's Bikes guy and maybe like 2 more positions up. I feel like getting on Ama's wheel would give me a chance to get in the mix for, you know, top 5 ideally, and that's like, I want to win. I would have to be like right on Danny's wheel though in order to do that, and you know, I did have a very good sprint in this race, but I don't know how many laps to go. I think this is going into 2 to go. I think this is 2 to go. So this Bora guy, you know, he's trying to come up on the inside. He kind of gets blocked out. It's like standard tactic, kind of move on that side. And, you know, you don't get the fastest line per se, but you know, you have, someone doesn't, you know, shoot right on your right on the inside. So I try and jostle here, which I think is working. Oh, this is sick. Look at this, Travieso's wheel. But you know, this little sun sleeve man, he's there, and yeah. You know, now watch, he's shaking his hands out. I don't like this. He's shaking his hands, corners. Look at this. And he's like, woo! Oh my God, almost murders that guy. Just how loose he is riding. He's still shaking his fucking hands out. This should have been a sign. The sun sleeves should have been a sign. I didn't think. Again, smooth brain territory here, where I just don't know anything but just like must go fast. I'm not paying attention to these things. I need to be more cognizant of my surroundings in this race. I am not doing a good job of that. People think I'm like, oh yeah, I'm so fucking tough the whole time. It's like, no, it's like I make mistakes all the fucking time. I do this, I watch these things, I'm like, what can I do better? Okay, that's what you should do. Because most likely if you're watching this, you have not won a fucking race yet. 1 to go, here we go. So there's this dude, Sun Sleeves, Ama, Travieso, and then all of Best Buddies. I think they still have like 4 riders left. We can count them 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 riders. So yeah, it's gonna be tough. I'm like, okay, I can maybe do this. Oh wait, no, Hugo's up there. Hugo actually had a good spot here. And I think at one point I asked him, it's like, can I have this wheel? Like very politely, and he's just like, no. And I'm like, oh, I forgot. He is also trying to win this. So watch the speeds here though on this backside. I was just like, okay, my best sprint is like a minute. Like that's what I'm like more talented at. Watch the speeds that this gets up to. We're just like, okay, we're cooking, right? We're cooking. I'm starting to let a little bit of a gap, like a little bit of space, because my plan was to go up on the inside. We're going 40 miles an hour on the back straight of this into a turn. So I'm like, okay, it's like now they're fighting and I'm like, okay, what's going on? I'm gonna dive on the inside. Boom, I get dived. Boom, he fucking dives, takes himself out. This guy, I don't know what fucking team he's on, I'm not even gonna acknowledge it, dives me on the inside. I put out 1900 fucking watts, blow past him, and like that was a huge gap that got opened up. And yeah, I got fucking, you know, I was like off the podium, or Brodium, you know, the US version of this, by a spot. So yeah, I was kind of whack. Immediately turned it off in fucking anger. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, hindsight, what should I have done better? Ideally, I would have had like a teammate or someone help me out, get like a little bit further up, because like you expend so much energy moving at 40 miles an hour to get like a couple spots. And so it would have been nice to have a teammate there, or 2, to like get me into that spot and like kind of push someone out. Didn't work out. I'm pretty bummed. I was pretty mad. I won't lie. I'm probably still mad, but what you gotta do this next year? I'm feeling like shit on the bike, honestly. Kind of sucks. I don't enjoy not feeling strong on the bike. Like I'll podium some bullshit at driveway, but like I don't know. I'm not winning what I want to win, and I don't like it. So that is the end of my vlog. I am sorry if you don't like this.